So I just wanted to say real quick, if any of you know Scotty Clark and can get the message to him, I'll try to get it to him myself. But just to let him know not to give up on his Revelation 12 revelation, as because he was the one that brought forth this about September 23rd last year. But to let him know that this is a 1-year process, and we are coming to the end of it now, as we are 1 year past that date. This is something that develops over the course of 1 year. Just because the rapture didn't happen last year, when he and many others, me included, thought that it would happen, it's a 1 year thing. Now again, how do we know that? Here's a quick confirmation of that the Lord showed us. Remember, what is it? Amos, I think it's chapter 3, verse 7 or something like that. The Lord does nothing unless he first reveals it to his servants, the prophets. Well, guess what? He showed us ahead of time it was going to be a 1 year thing. How do we know that? Remember, what did we see happen a year prior to the Revelation 12 sign? Remember that November 2016 was when Jupiter entered into the womb of Virgo, right around late November 2016. I think it was like November 17th to be exact, somewhere around there. Entered into the womb of Virgo, and it didn't exit until like October, November of 2017, right after the Revelation 12 sign. The Lord was showing us it's a 1 year thing. Jupiter stayed in the womb for an entire year. We were being shown ahead of time that this is a 1 year process, okay? So whereas this all started last year on September 23rd with the sign of the woman, verse 1 and 2, and then the sign of the dragon, verse 3, on December 17th, we are now coming right now to the end of that 1 year. This is when the birth of these two, the twins, the Antichrist and the church, that's when the birth is about to occur. That's how we know for a fact this is when Obama is about to step foot onto the scene, and we're already seeing him do that. It's not an accident that he picked now to come back and start campaigning and everything like that. This is intentional. They're telling you that he is now about to be born. Think about it. The baby inside the woman's womb does what when you get to the 3rd trimester, or especially when you get to like that 8th or 9th month? What does the baby do? It starts to cause problems for the woman, right? She starts to experience the most extreme birth pains and everything like that, to where she in travail. She can't wait to get this child out. Think about it. Why does it say the woman, Virgo, is in travail and paining to give birth in Revelation 12? Why is that? Well, she's got one child in there that is a complete headache to her. This one child is causing her all kinds of problems. She can't wait to be done and get rid of this child. Right there. You see? He who laughs has shown himself in the last couple weeks causing problems for Trump and making all types of ridiculous statements. You can't just sit back and wait for a savior and everything like that. We don't need a Messiah. This child is causing her travail. She is ready to give birth and get these children out. And also on that note, I want to say that it makes perfect sense that this would be a twin birth, because remember, the very first birth that happened in the history of the world was Cain and Abel. They were the first people to be born. All right. And remember, Cain came out first. The evil seed came out first. And then Abel came out. So it makes sense that the final birth, which is what we're seeing in Revelation 12, would also be a twin birth. And I believe we will see the evil seed be born first before we are taken in our birth, before we are taken to be heaven. I believe this one will be cast down to earth, and we will see that just before we are taken. Even if it's just a matter of moments, maybe it's the same day, a couple weeks apart, but either way, Cain came out first. Like I said, Esau came out before Jacob, okay? So let's watch for that. I just wanted to get that out there to let you guys know the Revelation 12 sign is not over. We are seeing the end of it right now. It is about to happen. You need to be ready and right with God, because the rapture is literally about to happen.